So yeah, man, we got all the MCU movies right here. I just had to get my little shit set up. But starting in a release order, I'm not gonna do that chronological order shit. It's gonna see I got my ranking system right here. Classic is the best, great, straight, meh, and then shit. I'm gonna be ranking all 23 films, man, on how I felt about them shit. This is just my opinion. If y'all want y'all own, you know what I'm saying? Do your own little video, you know what I'm saying? This is my opinion, how I feel about these movies, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna be giving y'all that honest to God shit, how I felt about all these travesties, if they are travesties, how I felt about them shits, and how I felt about these classics, if they classics. Alright. So I'm just be keeping this shit honest. I got my water right here, I got my thermal on because it's cold as a bitch. I'm feeling sick. So you know what I'm saying? I'm straight right now. So number one, man, we got Iron Man, the first Iron Man. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put that shit in great. You know what I'm saying? Reason for that is, you know what I'm saying? It's good enough to be a classic, but to me, you know what I'm saying, just all these years later, it don't really quite hold up. Like I don't just go, wow, like watching that shit like I do for some of these other films. Like this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? For what it was, you know what I'm saying? It was the first MCU movie to do its thing, you know what I'm saying? It brought light to the MCU, you know what I'm saying? It started all these movies, it started the lasting after effects. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it that great. But yeah, man, that shit ain't that it can't get the classic because then they make me go, oh my goodness, this shit is beautiful. But it's still really good. So next, the Incredible Hulk. I'm gonna put the Incredible Hulk straight. I'm put the Incredible Hulk straight. You know what I'm saying? Uh I'm kind of not a big fan when they switch out actors and shit like that. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Cause it takes away from it, you feel me? It's like I can't even go back and watch it because every time I think of Hulk now, I think of Mark Ruffalo. And Mark Ruffalo is not really a Hulk for that long. What I mean by that is like he don't really play that real Hulk in that many movies. But I'm gonna get to that later when we get to talking about that shit. But yeah, man, he only really the Hulk in like Avengers, to be honest. But yeah, man, like I can't go back and watch that shit because it's two different actors. Shit, that shit just takes it away from me. It's close to being meh, but I'm gonna give it a pass, bro. It could be there. Now, Iron Man 2 is straight as well. Iron Man 2 it introduced Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I felt like it was more stakes. Well, was it more stakes than the first one? I was gonna say because Tony was dying throughout the film, so it kind of felt like more like of a rush. But you knew he was gonna be good, so it can't. The stakes in Iron Man 1 were higher because that nigga was literally like spoiler alert. By the way, I'm gonna put that in the title. Spoiler alert. Obviously, if I'm ranking the movies, I'm gonna be talking about these shits. But Iron Man in the first movie just going through a lot, dog. Kidnap, held for ransom, tortured by terrorists and shit like that. And here the stakes were a little bit more subtle with Iron Man too. So you know what I'm saying? The movie, you know what I'm saying, it had a lasting effect. Plus the villain Whiplash was kind of trash. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah was a little bit better. So yeah, he just ain't had that lasting effect. I mean, the movie just ain't have that compared to the first one. Next is Thor. I like Thor, bro. The first Thor, I love Thor, dude. Thor number one, it's not a classic, but it was still good, dog. Like when he came to like the only really con I had with Thor was that he wasn't Thor for like the first. I mean, like maybe all like half of the movie he wasn't even Thor. He's just spending time on Earth as like a regular dude and shit like that. But I will say that while he's on Earth, it teaches him a lesson. You know what I'm saying? He goes through real character development that he needed because in the beginning, called he was like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like even more so than Loki, his brother. You know what I'm saying? Rushing and doing dangerous shit, talking shit to his father. You know what I'm saying? Putting his friends in danger and shit, stupid shit like that. So yeah, he got his power stripped to humble himself, and it was funny, and it actually was good character development for Thor. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was pretty good. So I like Thor. It's not a classic, but I'm put that shit in great. It's a straight movie. Now, Captain America: The First Avenger is the first. Captain America: The First Avenger to me was like, I already like before I watched this film, because I had seen the Winter Soldier and Civil War first, so my expectations was kind of high, but at the same time it wasn't, because I seen reviews for the first Avenger, and I knew it wasn't gonna be like, I knew the Winter Soldier is when Captain America first started to shine, like in terms of like fighting ability and shit like that. So my expectations was high, but at the same time, not really. And then I think that kind of like spoiled the film for me. You know what I'm saying? It has some good aspects in there, like why Cap is how he is, what he is. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I just didn't understand was like he was just so adamant about going into war. It's like, bro, why do you feel this way? The movie kind of never explained that to me. Like, why is Cap so? Why does he feel so strongly about wanting to fight in this war? You know what I'm saying? Even as a scrawny kid, he felt so strongly. Like, did he have like a family members? I mean, he said his most of his family members were dead and shit like that. I think, if I can remember correctly. But you know what I'm saying? I really want them to flesh out the character more and dive into what type of trauma this man was going through. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? It just, especially for later films, it just gave us more idea of why Cap is Cap. You know what I'm saying? But it was a straight film though. I mean, it was it wasn't as good as Iron Man 2 or Hulk, but it was for what it was, introducing Cap into the MCU. It was alright. Now, the first Avengers. Y'all know where this is going. Come on, man. Psych. The fuck. Y'all know where that's going, man. Like, come. The first Avengers, dude. I remember seeing this shit. This was actually my first MCU movie I saw in the theater. No bullshit. I missed all the first little origin stories. I think no, actually, I think I saw Iron Man as a little ass boy. I was a baby when that shit came out, like 7. But the Avengers, dude. I remember this shit. I was in 4th grade. Everybody was talking about that shit for weeks. I mean, we never had seen nothing like this. A whole bunch of comic book heroes in one movie from the same universe, just tangled and entwined into one movie and fighting the same villain. It was like some shit I've never seen before, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the only thing that can make this movie better is Spider-Man. Like, if they got the original Spider-Man and put him in that shit, I was like, bro, this movie is amazing, dog. I cannot explain to you all how many times I watched that final fight in Avengers as a kid, dude. I must have seen that shit 100 times after school, my nigga. Like, that shit, it was out of some shit I've never seen before, my nigga. I know the whole like alien invasion stereotype was a trope long before, you know what I'm saying? The Avengers movie came out, yada yada yada. I know, like, come on, but that shit was, you know what I'm saying, delectable. The Avengers is classic, dude. Y'all can't convince me otherwise. Iron Man 3, meh. I didn't care for the little kid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care. I mean, the only thing good about Iron Man 3 to me was the how do I put this shit? How what Tony was going through, like they really I felt like they could have did more, but they didn't do it poorly. They fleshed out his PTSD that he just got through, and the Avengers, you know what I'm saying, seeing what's really going on, what they're really up against, you know what I'm saying, the Avengers, all those aliens and shit like that. That's the real fight. Like that's the beginning. I wouldn't say it's the beginning of Tony's arc, but that's the beginning of like the shit, the path of the Avengers going down, because nobody else but Tony can understand that, you know what I'm saying, the Avengers are really up against, they don't know what they're really up against, but Tony does, and he can't explain it to him. He just has to act. He just has to act, and nobody knows why he's doing this. Only him. Not even Cap. He can't even explain it in words. He just has to, you know what I'm saying, be ready. And I think that's the default. That's the first beginning of the Avengers beginning to split apart. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, Iron Man 3 was just mud. I can't remember the villain at all. I can't remember shit in that movie, dude. I just remember the little kid and then he having a trash all his suits, uh, because he was like building them shits out of fear and shit, like just as a hobby. But everything else, bro, is just an empty mind. I can't remember nothing in that shit. Thor: The Dark World, shit, straight like that. I'm not going to sugarcoat. Thor: The Dark World was one of the worst movies I've ever. Bro, I was so bored watching this shit, dude. Like, the villain was trash. Mallow, whatever the fuck that nigga. How your name is Keith, nigga? Like, the whole thing with the ether, they did a terrible job introducing the reality stone, injecting that shit into Jane. I'm like, bro, I could not give a two fucks about this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was falling asleep out my chair watching this shit. Like I think I actually gave this is I think the second Marvel movie, because I watched this shit like towards the end of my Marvel movies histories and shit like that. So yeah, this was like the second Marvel movie that I felt like I just quit on. We gonna go to the first one in this. Y'all gonna say the first one soon, but this was like the second one that I just quit on. I just could not do it, dude, and I still haven't finished it till this day. It's just trash, my nigga. And straight like that. If y'all could convince me otherwise, go ahead. That's just how I feel. Shit is trash. Captain America: Winter Soldier, classic. Oh, by the way, I'm not ranking these in order. Like when I put them in the tiers, I'm not trying to like put one above the other. Like it's just like where they belong. I'm not ranking these shits. But Captain America: The Winter Soldier is to me the second best, no, the third best Marvel movie, MCU Marvel movie to me. uh I mean, this shit was just great. The Winter Soldier, they fight. You know what I'm saying? Was just his whole presence. The Winter Soldier's presence in this movie felt like something out of like it was like action slash horror slash like thriller. Like this shit was ridiculous the first time I saw this shit. Like the way he was just stalking with a gun in his hand, shooting that bitch while he was following Black Widow and shit, trying to track them down. I was like, bruh, like this Marvel movie is. Are y'all sure this is MCU? There was like hardly any comedy in this shit. If it was like dry humor. They kept that shit toned down to where it was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Captain America's fighting style shot up to like, bro, like he just you knew he'd been training since Avengers because he just came in doing some Brazilian jiu-jitsu type shit like Capra. I don't even know what he was doing, dog. Like mixed martial arts. He had all the belts. He had every belt, every trophy. This man was rucking. Remember that scene on the boat when he was just throwing his shield just casually, niggas after they was already knocked out, throwing knives into niggas' hands. I'm like, bro, this nigga Cap, bro, he been training, dog. Where was this Cap in Avengers, my nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Black Widow doing her thing. Nick Fury in this shit too. He was shooting up cops and shit. I'm like, bro, of course they got the black man shooting cop, but you know what I'm saying? Besides that, you know what I'm saying? Fury was doing his shit. I'm like, bro, this movie is another masterpiece dish, dog. Winter Soldier is a classic. It just can't get better than this. Guardians of the Galaxy, great. Guardians of the Galaxy was really good. A lot of people give it that top spot. Nah. See, the thing with me is like, uh, comedy and action movies can be good. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I will say it's better than Volume Two. I'm just gonna say that right now. But the comedy in this film also can kind of take it away at some points. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that shit they did at the end? The little dance battle and shit like that. When Quill was doing the little dancing battle and shit, I'm like, bro, this shit's kind of goofy. I know he was doing it as a distraction, but it's just like it took you out the moment. It's like, bro, the villain was trash. Ronan the Accuser was he just one of them stereotypical ass evil villains. I'm doing this shit for the sake of the plot. You know what I'm saying? He's monologuing and shit, getting distracted by quills and fucking rockets. Like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, Guardians of the Galaxy was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be straight with you. It was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? The music was real good. Uh, I like the characters. I like how they fleshed them out. Um, they didn't overly flesh them out, like go into everybody's backstory in one movie. But at the same time, they gave you a general grasp of how everyone acts and why they act like this. So I love that about the movie. The plot was pretty good. Um, we got to see Thanos in the chair. Thanos in the chair for the first time, looking like a boss, looking like he about to KO shit. You know what I'm saying? It was straight. It was straight. And it gave the world of Marvel a bigger like a viewpoint because we never really seen spaceship. This is the first time we seen. Well, I guess that one scene in the Avengers where he dropped the nuke on the ship and shit when Iron Man at the end. But this is the first time we get like a real grasp of space and how shit is out there, and Infinity Stones is all over the world. So it's like Guardians of the Galaxy did this thing, dog. Can't even knock it. Avengers: Age of Ultron. It's between straight and mud, dog. I give it a pass. It was straight. The reason I gave it a pass is because of is Wanda. I love Wanda, dog. That's it. That's the only reason I gave that shit. Oh, and Ultron. Ultron was a good ass villain. I ain't gonna lie. He was pretty straight. Ultron, Claw, that garbage ass Quicksilver. Hey, Quicksilver almost gave this shit a mud to me, dog. The Quicksilver and Fox is way better than him. He's how you get killed by bullets, my nigga. But that's it, man. The only thing saving this movie was Ultron, Wanda. Oh, how come I forget? Vision. Vision was straight too. He was straight in this movie, you know what I'm saying? They introduced the Mind Stone. So for what it was, Age of Ultron was a straight movie. The plot was a little slow at some points. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they having a party and shit like. I mean, it was a little fun little scene when they trying to lift Thor's hammer and shit like that. And then you get to see Cap almost buzz that shit which is gonna come up later in Endgame. You know what I'm saying? Thor looking shook. He like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it had some cool little moments. You know what I'm saying? But at certain points, it felt a little slow and shit. Uh, Maria Hill, sexy ass Nick Fury assistant Maria Hill. She was another reason the first Avengers was great. Right, by the way, introducing Maria Hill, found little snow bunny. But yeah, man, Age of Ultron is straight little movie, dog. For what it was. Ant Man. Uh, I like that, man. Ant Man was great, dude. I remember seeing Ant Man for the first time. I was like, bruh, yo, they get really creative with this shrinking shit. I liked what's his name? What's the villain's name? Yellow Jacket, Darren Cross. I liked him, especially when he was fighting Scott at the end. That nigga had the he had the villain lines down pat. You know what I'm saying? That nigga he was monologuing, but not to the point where it was annoying. It was like he was monologuing like he had like quips type shit. Like he was a quipper. But it's like it was over dramatic, but at the same time it wasn't like overdoing it like on some Ronan the Accuser shit. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, yeah, just the villain. They tied, but just the villain alone beats Guardians of the Galaxy just because of the villain. You know what I'm saying? I hate fucking Ronan, dog. That nigga's he appears later in Captain Marvel too. That nigga's even worse. He don't even do shit. He just looks shook. We gonna get to that though. But yeah, man, Ant Man was straight, dude. I like Scott's relationship with his daughter and why he's doing shit like that. Cuz is an expert thief. You know what I'm saying? I like Hope. It's basically kind of like a Iron Man, but like with a different company, like Hank Pym and all that other shit. It's like a nice little twist and shit. It's like it's really similar, but not at the same time. I like what they did there. And this is like Marvel taking like a huge risk introducing, you know what I'm saying, characters that we don't know nothing about. My bad. Introducing characters we don't know nothing about and making us care about them. That's what Ant Man was. And Guardians of the Galaxy. They did a good job with both of them shits. So I like Ant Man. Captain America Civil War is classic. Come on now. And I'm putting it on first. I know I said I wasn't ranking these shits in order. Hold up. But Civil War's going in the first spot. Come on. Come on, my nigga. best Marvel movie, best MCU movie. I mean, we got Spider-Man for the first time. We got Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? We got the best fights. Well, yeah, fuck it. This is shit better than Endgame. We got the best fights in uh the MCU history. We got the best plot twist in MCU hit. Well, that's debatable. I'm gonna get back to that. Arguably, we got the best arguably plot twist and human history. I mean, MCU history. I'm tripping. MCU history. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a character doing a whole bunch of cool shit in the airport scene. You know what I'm saying? We got to the stress or why Tony Stark is. We literally see Tony Stark breaking down as a man. You know what I'm saying? We see the guilt on his face in the beginning of the movie where that woman confronts him in the elevator scene about her dead son and the Avengers causing it. You know what I'm saying? Accidentally, of course. But you know what I'm saying? He still feels responsible, especially when we go through. We had the movies prior, especially in Iron Man 1, where it shows like he's overly guilty about making these weapons and he shuts down the company because they was unknowingly killing people and like you know what I'm saying he was just making the weapons, but he still felt hugely responsible. We get to see more of that in Civil War times 10, my nigga. We see Black Panther for the first time come on screen, whoop Bucky's ass for killing where he thinks he killed his father and shit. He whoops that ass. My nigga, he puts hands on Bucky. Bucky's like, fuck that, I'm out of here. These niggas start sprinting past cars and shit. The action was I'm over here jizzing, my nigga. The action, I just come drops all over that shit. You know what I'm saying? We see dog Winter Soldier fucking niggas up. We see Spider Man on screen for the first time. No, look, I'm gonna say this shit right now. MCU Spider Man is trash, but the Civil War Spider Man was the only good Spider Man in the MCU. You know what I'm saying? He had his origin, hinting of why he did what he did as a hero. You know what I'm saying? With Uncle Ben, everything. He hinted at that. He wasn't overly obsessed with Stark. You know what I'm saying? He just acknowledges that Tony Stark is, you know what I'm saying? Well, he is an Avenger. That's all it was, my nigga. He even said, hey, look, bro, don't tell Aunt May, my nigga. My identity is more than you. It's more important than what you making it out to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He he was a hero. He was his own hero before Tony came to him. I'm saying, like my nigga. That's why Spider-Man in the Civil War was the only real Spider-Man to me in the MCU. Everything else was bullshit. We're gonna get to that later. You know what I'm saying? Wanda fucking up Vision, sending that nigga to the pits of hell, do all them fucking all them fucking floors and shit. The funny ass car scene with Falcon and Bucky. I mean, this movie was just a fucking classic, dog. You know what I'm saying? It speaks for itself. Classic. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, to me, meh. It set up the character well. Uh, it had a nice little villain, but that nigga basically raged quit. I mean, he could have did way more damage if Doctor Strange wasn't there, though. So I give Doctor Strange that. That nigga, what's the nigga name? Dormammu. That nigga was more powerful than Thanos, I think. Don't that nigga eat dimensions or some crazy shit? I'm like, bro, how's this an MCU villain? Yeah, that nigga basically said, "Hey, look, bro, you gonna keep putting me through this infinite time loop? All right, I'm done. I rage quit." That nigga started just acting like a little kid, but it was straight. You know what I'm saying? Had his nice little origin set out there. It was one of them characters. Was like it was kind of like an Ant Man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see him coming, but they made you like him. Uh, I put it in mud because I just really didn't care for the plot like that. You know what I'm saying? I like Doctor Strange better in the Avengers films than I did his own little solo. He just, you know what I'm saying? He unluckily one of those people to be out it like that. But he ain't the only one. But Doctor Strange was just alright, man. I'm giving him Guardians of the Galaxy V2 straight. Now, the reason this isn't as good as the first one is because they dragged this shit the fuck out, my nigga. Like, bruh, I'm talking like this was at least a 2 hour long movie. You know what I'm saying? The, I hate when Marvel movies do this, and this is gonna come into I think Ant-Man and the Wasp too later on. When Marvel movies add like these little side boss villains that they don't need to add just to fucking advance the plot, my nigga. It drags the story out for too fucking long. It makes me lose interest. Remember when what's that thing? What was their names? I can't remember their names, but those golden people. Cause Rocket decided he wanted to be a fucking idiot and steal those batteries in the beginning. And these golden people are like after the Guardians for like half of the movie. Well, basically all of the movie because they come to it at the end. I'm like, bruh, just have one villain. All we needed was ego, my nigga. Y'all wanted to. Oh, and not even them. Remember the Ravengers that like, bruh, it just had way too many like subplots and shit like that. It just drug the movie on for way too fucking long, my nigga. I'm like, bruh, just get back to ego, my nigga. Like, get back to the main plot. It was just fucking dreadful, my like. I thought I was in purgatory. But other than that, it was straight. I like the whole twist with ego being what's that nigga's name? Star Lord's dad and shit like that. He being half celestial, and then a twist with him killing his mother, putting a tumor in his. I'm like, damn, this nigga's a sick fuck. Shit. And he all casual about it, and then that nigga, that nigga, Quill whipped up them two pistols and start shooting the fuck out this. I like, damn, yeah, he got what he deserved. But it was straight for what it was. You know what I'm saying? Had that powerful ass line in there. Goldmore was like, well, Quill was like, I finally met my family and shit like that. We trying to take that away from me. And Gamora was like, I thought you already had shit. Like, it's like had a couple powerful lines in there. I was like, okay. But it ain't hit as far as the first one, dog. The pacing was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Too many subplots. The action was compared to the first. But it was straight. Spider-Man Homecoming. Y'all know how I feel about MCU Spider-Man, dog. I hate him. I just hate him. Like that GTA 3 shit. Close, Laszlo. I hate him. I just hate him. You know what? Fuck this shit. Shit. I hate Spider-Man Homecoming, dude. He gets his ass beat the whole fucking movie. Like my nigga, I like John Watts did not do a good job of portraying a good Spider-Man. Like they should have just kept. You you couldn't bring back the Russos to do Spider-Man. Like obviously Watts did not understand Spider-Man. It was a rom com. This movie was a rom com. This was not an action film. It was shit. You know, so I'm not gonna even try to sugarcoat this no more. It was shit. Y'all MCU Spider-Man nuts could come for me, dog. I did not like this Spider-Man. I just did not like him. You know what I'm saying? I would say I respect y'all opinion, but y'all not gonna say the same for me. So fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like that. He was getting his ass beat the whole movie. He was doing dumb ass shit. Listening to bro. Okay, here's my thing. I do not like how MCU Spider-Man is literally a sidekick. He's he's a junior. He's a tyke. He's a tyke. He listens to Iron Man, dog. He listens like he's under Iron Man. He's below Iron Man. He's beneath him. He's a student in training. He's an X-Men. Why not just send him to the Charles Xavier school? Like he's not his own hero, bro. He's in a he wants to be a part of a team so bad. And when he does stuff himself, he constantly fucks shit up. He's like cousin Stanley from SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? He almost killed everybody on the ferry. You know, he almost killed Cuz on the sandwich shop when he was trying to stop the bank robbery. He almost killed Cuz, the sandwich maker, and the cat. He's like a triple fuck up. I do not like Spider-Man in MCU, dude. He's like I don't like how he has to listen. He's so dependent of Iron Man, dude. I can't get by that. I just can't get by it, man. They should have kept it simple. Only bring in Spider-Man with the Avengers when it's a world-ending plot like Infinity War when Thanos is coming. Like, all right, I got y'all back. Other than that, let him be his own hero. Flesh him out. Give him his own villains. Why is every villain so far in the MCU connected to Tony Stark and the Avengers, my nigga? Why? Can he have his own villains? People who want to come after his head for something he did, my nigga. Can he have people who want revenge on him? You know what I'm saying? I will say Michael Keaton as the Vulture was a good villain. He was a good villain. You know what I'm saying? He played that role real good and shit like that. He was better than Mysterio. We gonna get that later though. No, I'm saying he was a good villain. I like the little twist in there and shit like that, but it wasn't enough to hold up the movie, bro. That was one scene. Come on, dude. It was not enough to hold up this movie. It wasn't. It was a rom com. This was Degrassi. This was Degrassi Homecoming. Degrassi Man, Iron Boy Junior Man, Homecoming, Spider Man, which is he was. That's the name of this movie. All of that shit. He didn't feel like a hero to me. He didn't. He felt like a kid. He felt like a kid disobeying his mentor. A Robin movie. He felt like a kid disobeying his mentor when he was told not to do this shit. Like go after these weapon makers. He felt like what a stupid ass plot, by the way, making weapons. He felt like he was disobeying his teacher and doing this shit behind his back. Then he got yelled at him for it. I mean, then he got yelled at for it for disobeying his teacher. He got his suit taken like a bitch. Cry in the corner. You know what I'm saying? The only good part of this movie was to me was the when he lifted the building off himself. That was it. I can't think of anything else, dude. Like he was shit. I just know like, I don't like MCU Spider Man. I realized that video I made MCU Spider Man is trash, or was it MCU Spider Man sucks? It was one of them shits. Uh, was kind of not doing. I didn't really do. I go into justice why I thought he sucked so much. I basically just fucked around in the whole video. But now y'all hearing it live and uncut, dog. He's just like I can't get by it, my nigga. He got his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Getting slammed through garbage cans and shit like that. He's running through people's houses, slamming into pools and tree houses. Like, bro, what is this, dude? It's not it's sad when the Guardians of the Galaxy movies can make me cry more than Spider-Man. That's how you know what's sad. I'm literally going to that. I just felt no emotion from it. I really felt no emotion. I did not get tearful at all, bro. I wanted a deep Spider-Man movie. I didn't get it. Straight like that. Shit hurt me. Shit. Anyway, Thor Ragnarok. Shit. This is when the MCU was starting to get into the uh the joking phase. You know what I'm saying? The joking phase, telling all well, they've been in the joking phase if I'm being honest. With most of these movies. Starting with probably Guardians. I don't know. But yeah, it's just one of these movies was just like, bruh, too many jokes. What else I have a problem with this shit? Hella was I mean the whole plot the whole point of the movie was Thor, you don't need a hammer to be great. And later on we find out that he needs a hammer to be great. So it basically just negates the whole plot right there. It's just like, okay, he did all this shit for nothing, basically. We see him go through all this struggle just to get bodied in the upcoming movie where we next see him. Thor knew about these Thor knew about what's the name of that shit? And I'm gonna get to this when I get to Infinity War. I mean, I'm gonna go into more into it when I get to Infinity War. But basically, Thor knew about this powerful ass weapon this whole time, and he did not get it when his home was destroyed in Ragnarok. Like Ragnarok was shit, my nigga. I like, nah, Chief, that ain't it. Black Panther, classic. Black Panther is without a doubt one of my. I think it's top five. It has to be top five. It has the. I'll probably say that this is the best twist. Nah, I can't. Okay, it's the second best MCU twist, plot twist as far as I'm concerned. I say Civil War has the better twist just because Tony is like a main character, but it has the best Marvel villain. I will say that without a doubt. It has the best MCU villain, Killmonger. A lot of people going to disagree. Fuck you. Straight like that. Shrug my shoulders. Killmonger is the best MCU villain to me. Um, I like the introduction of Shuri. You know what I'm saying? How smart she is, the brain of the shit, the Wakandan technology. You know what I'm saying? Just all the tribes in general, like saying what they're like and shit like that. Uh, when they was doing with their little lips, y'all can't see me doing it, when they was pulling them shits down and they had like the blue words on their lips and shit like that. I love that shit. I love the beginning where Cuz is like, all right, here's the plan. We're gonna come through here, back alley. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna cut cross through here. Cuz was talking real hood, wasn't he? And then when they hear like the little shit in the background, they think it's choppers or whatever, the ghetto bird. Cuz like, how's the straps? Like Black Panther was a hood ass movie. I mean, it had to be. You know what I'm saying? It had blacks in it. It had to be a hood ass movie. You know what I'm saying? Killmonger was like, hey, listen, bro, you gonna kill my father, you gonna betray me, you're not gonna tell me about this shit. All right, I'm coming through, I'm slaying out every single one of you niggas straight like that. I'm getting my revenge. I'm about to be the head of this shit. Killmonger was one of them villains, just like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna take nothing from y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna get shit done. Shit's going. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting slayed in this motherfucker, and nobody saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Killmonger was about his business. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He single handedly. The only thing I ain't like about this movie to me, like he threw. All right, look, I'm gonna get to this first. The only thing I did not like about this movie was the pacing at the part where they threw, what's his name, face. I can't think of the main character. I'm tripping. My bad, King. Rest in peace. T'Challa off the waterfall. Ever at since that point where they was trying to rescue him, the pacing was a little bit slow. I liked when I also didn't really like the ending battle. The CGI was kind of, but I did like it because like, I don't need a suit to kill you. You know what I'm saying? That shit was straight. But cuz it's like, nice last move, cousin. I can't remember the exact line. That shit was hard. Yeah, man. Killmonger carried the movie for the most part. Like that nigga had the lines, he had the actions, he carried the movie. But I like Shuri. I like, you know what I'm saying, uh Black Panther in some scenes when he fucking up the cars in the Korea and shit like that. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's a classic. It's definitely classic worthy. You know what I'm saying? Just off the villain and the story alone. The story alone is top tier. Like it might be top three if we be honest. It probably, I think it is. To me, shit. But shit, everything I say is facts. Uh, Avengers: Infinity War. Great. I don't want to go put. Yeah, I don't want to go putting that shit in the same tier as like Incredible Hulk. But yeah, that shit was great, dog. It's not a classic to me, man. Um, what stopped it from being a classic was when I first watched this movie. I remember being so hyped for this shit, dude. It was through the first and second trailer of Infinity War. I was like, bro, this shit is like an actual war, my nigga. I can't wait to see how everybody in the Marvel Cinematic Universe collide into one world. I can't wait to see the Avengers meet the Guardians. I can't wait to see, you know what I'm saying, my favorite superheroes do this. You know what I'm saying? At the time, my favorite was Spider-Man. I ain't gonna hold you. And I know y'all thinking, what? You like Spider-Man? You just went on the whole rant about hating that nigga. Well, you know how this like the Avengers the Avengers go like they make a character better in the Avengers films than they do in their own films. So I thought they was gonna do the same for Spider-Man. At the time, I didn't really think Homecoming was so bad as I do now. When I look back at that shit, Homecoming is trash, my nigga. But yeah, I like Spider-Man. I like the Iron Spider suit. I ain't gonna hold you. Why would I lie? He was my favorite. I'm not gonna even sit here and lie. Spider-Man used to be my favorite at one point, and the Avengers Infinity War and all that shit. Until I see what happened in the movie. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But but yeah, this just further adds to why I hate this thing. But anyway, yeah, I saw the trailers. I was like, yeah, dog, Black Panther fucking shit up. Cat fucking shit up. He got a beard now. They hyped this shit up. When I saw Thanos walking through the portal like on some WWE shit, SmackDown versus Raw, I'm like, bruh. He like, hey, where my stones at? Give me my shit. I'm like, bro, this shit's about to be the best movie of the decade. And then Endgame came out. I don't know. Civil War. Looking back, I think I was hyped for these movies more just because they had everybody in this shit. But looking back, I think Civil War is probably, realistically speaking, because it had the best story along with a lot of characters. So it probably was the best. But bro, I was just so hyped for this shit. And then when I saw the movie, I actually couldn't even go to the theater because shit was sold out everywhere. Like literally. Um, I saw it on the. I couldn't. I tried the 1, 2, 3 movies and shit so many times. I'm gonna need to lie to y'all. So what happened was, um, somebody put on YouTube a recording of the movie from like the movie theater from the shitty ass recording on their phone. They recorded it from their phone in the movie theater and they put it on YouTube. So I'm basically watching this low quality ass shit. Uh, I can't barely make out anything, but I could see it good enough. And just throughout the movie, I'm getting more and more disappointed. And I just couldn't explain why. I don't know if it was the hype, but it like I know it wasn't because as I watched it and as I look back with it, even as I watch it now, I'm like, bro, it's not the hype. It just wasn't what I expected it to be. The Avengers didn't meet the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, okay, they did, but they didn't meet them how I wanted to meet them. You know what I'm saying? Gamora got killed before she could meet any of them. You know what I'm saying? She just got slayed by Thanos, just drops, just like come on, man. Like everybody didn't meet everybody. It's like, bro, like you had 3 people in the Guardians team meet uh like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Iron Man, and then you had Thor meet everybody, and then just leave. It's like, bro, I mean, we knew Thor was gonna meet them first in the trailer, but it wasn't what I thought he was gonna bring. I thought Thor was gonna bring the Guardians back to Earth to meet the rest of the Avengers, and then Tony was going to regroup with everybody, with Captain America and all types of shit, bro. And they was gonna hash out their differences or whatever, and just put that shit aside for now. Their differences aside for now because they gotta focus on the greater threat, which is Thanos. And then that's where they meet the Guardians and they get into a little argument or whatever. That's where y'all could have had y'all fighting shit and Thor, whoever be the mediator, break it up. Just something. Like I expected more, my nigga. Like, and we really didn't even get that in Endgame. I mean, we like they over. I just wanted more like more of them getting to know each other and being friends and shit like that. Or maybe not friends because they about to go into a war. But like after that, well, they died at the end. It's just like, bro, it just wasn't what I was out. What was it wasn't what I was expecting, dude. Um, Spider Man getting held hostage by Star Lord, which makes no fucking sense. Getting held like a fucking baby. Thanos fucking up Hulk in the beginning, but all of a sudden he's having trouble with like all of the Avengers. I could understand Doctor Strange, but like you having trouble with Quills and Mantises and Drax and Nebula. I'm like, bro, Spider Mans and shit. It just was inconsistent with the power scaling. Thor with a Stormbreaker hammer beat a 6 power Infinity Gauntlet blast from Thanos, and the shit just went straight through his chest, my nigga. And he took forever to get there. Like you over here destroying ships and shit. Your friends is getting killed. Everyone's getting bodied. You just sat there and let Vision get bodied. Now you want to come in? I told you I'll kill you for that. Ugh. Bro, Wanda's gonna hate you if she wakes up, bitch. You could have saved Vision. What are you doing? You had all this time. You over here doing nothing, my nigga. Like, come on, dog. It's just like it was just a disappointment of me, man. Everybody had their own separate battles uh throughout the universe, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted everybody to regroup. There was no assemble in this movie. There was no Avengers assemble. I don't even know why I was called Avengers. This was a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It literally was. There was more Guardians in this to me. I felt like um they should have just called this Guardians of the Galaxy Infinity War, and then for the next one, just called that Avengers, because that's Avengers movie, Avengers Endgame. That's how I feel about this shit. But yeah, man, it was straight for what it was. It was mostly just action, 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 action. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really like the plot of the movie that much. It was just Thanos getting stones and fucking niggas up. But hey, Ant Man and the Wasp. Ant Man and the Wasp is going on the straight tier list for the same reason. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was on a straight tier list. You add you have another sub villain who really has nothing to do with, like, he does, but it's just so fucking minuscule and minor and just irrelevant. Like the dude in the Escalade with the gold trims and shit like that, chasing them for like the whole movie. I'm like, bro, can somebody just kill this nigga off, please? He's sitting over here chasing Ant-Man and the Wasp the whole movie along with Ghost. I'm like, bruh, he's a nobody. He just has thugs. Get rid of this dude. He's no one. He's just a mob boss. Why is that he's giving y'all so much trouble? I just didn't understand it, bro. It was just frustrating to me, and it just took away from what I wanted to see. Ghost in this movie was fine as hell. Ghost is one of the reasons this, and Hope. Yo, bro, one of them women was duking it out in them little sexy ass suits. I mean, they wasn't like Black Widow sexy, but them shits was. My nigga, yeah, bro. I don't know who the actress that plays Ghost is, but she's fine as shit, straight like that. I mean, when she took off that mask for the first time, I was like, whoa, wow, I wasn't expecting this, bro. Like, my heart just dropped. Like, you only see beauties this once in like 1,000 lifetimes, 10 life cycles. I just did not believe what I was seeing with my eyes. She was beautiful. It's just like, bro, she had a cool ass little power and shit. I actually felt sympathy toward. Fuck that word. I actually felt bad for her. I actually felt bad for her for what she was going through and shit like that. She just wants to survive. It's just one of the villains. It's like a survival plot, bro. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Really since really since Homecoming, I gotta give something to Homecoming with the villain. Really since Homecoming, the villains their motivations have shot up, like to where they actually mean something. They don't just want to do evil for the sake of evil. You know what I'm saying? They literally, well, I guess Loki, but besides him, he don't really fucking count. I guess Winter Soldier too. Was that nigga really a villain? Well, he ain't really a villain, but yeah, man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, bro, it was straight. Uh, it was one of the movies that also had a lot of comedy in it. It was funny at some parts. I will say this though, I found the comedy in Ant-Man and the Wasp funnier than uh Galaxy of the Guardian, Galaxy of the Guardians, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I found the comedy in Ant-Man and the Wasp funnier than that. Um, his whole relationship with his daughter again is sweet. I liked it. I like that they showed the Wasp kicking ass for the first time in this movie and shit like that. How she's mad at him in the beginning for taking the suit in Civil War. I love that. And then at the end with the post credit scene, they showed it. Oh, that's another thing. I ain't really talk about the post credits in this. Fuck it. I'm gonna start right now. The post credit scene in Ant-Man and the Wasp was good. Where he get trapped in the quantum realm, and you see why, because everybody else turned to dust. Because this is like right after Infinity War when Thanos snapped. And it's interesting because you find out where Ant-Man and the Wasp and all them was doing this whole time. Why Infinity War was going on. You find out why they wasn't in the movie. So you know what I'm saying? Overall, this shit was straight. It wasn't one of them shits that made me go, wow. You know what I'm saying? And it also wasn't like a classic, but it was straight. Captain Marvel. Now I know there's a lot of controversial opinions about this movie right here. Captain Marvel, to me, the thing about Captain Marvel is I wish they fleshed out her character more. Cause hold up, before I wreck this shit, the movie basically starts off with she's on the alien planet. What was this shit called? Hala or some shit like that. And she's already like lost her memories, and then they're slowly coming back to her, and then she gets abducted, and then that's where her, like, you see all her memories and shit like that. I wish it started out. I know this was meant to be like a plot twist, but I wish it started out showing like what it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was human, and this is what happened to her. She got her powers this way by the light speed engine, Tesseract, whatever. She absorbed the shit. Um, Captured by the Kree. I'm trying to remember this shit as best as I can. Captured by the Kree, and taken as one of their own, and with her memories wiped, and they control her power. Um, and I kind of see why where people get this whole SJW shit, like, oh, men controlling women. Well, I mean, like, bruh, you could still do that whole story thing, and it could be the other way around. It could be like a woman controlling a man, and just take away the memories and shit like that, or a teenager or shit like that, or be an older woman controlling a teenage boy. It'll still be the same. It don't really affect me that much. It's just that the way that the film is organized is awkward. It's just awkward to me. It's just all over the place, disorganized and shit like that. Um, they got that strong black woman as a friend. They got the strong black woman as her as a supporting role. They got Nick Fury in this shit too, but he ain't the Nick Fury we know yet. This is before that, because this movie is like a prequel. Um, she's the reason the Avengers get their name, which is kind of cool. I didn't really have too much problem with that. I know some people do, but I ain't really too much problem with that, bro. This is the origin to everything. That's what people don't understand. There's an origin to everything. There's reasons for how everything happened. The only really origin I really had a problem with in this shit was how Nick Fury got his eye scratched. I was like, bro, that's kind of weak. That's kind of weak sauce, my nigga. Like, really? Got your eye scratched by a cat? I over here think he got his shit blown out or some crazy shit. Just he was talking about and Winter Soldier, like he can't trust anyone no more for this reason. And you find out it's a damn cat. The flirking. I'm like, I know people would like to say Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, like her role was just emotionless. I think that's the point. I think that's the role she was playing. Like her character had to be emotionless because they literally told her to suppress her emotions. Um, which was the point. You know what I'm saying? That's why how she was, but she slowly comes out at the end when she realized she's been lied to and starts crying to her black powerful friend, her black female power friend. Gives her the pep talk speech, and she becomes OP as shit, flying through ships and shit like nothing we've seen before. Watch closely as I open this door. She's doing crazy ass shit, like my nigga. Breathing in space. You know what I'm saying? That you could tell they was really trying to. Kevin Feige was really trying to push Captain Marvel to be the strongest Avenger. Before Endgame, especially in that posting in Infinity, the post credit scene in Infinity War when Nick Fury pressed the little pager button that Captain Marvel gave him for emergencies, and then it showed her, and then this movie came out, and we see what she's doing. I was like, okay, oh, okay. So she was nice, bro. I ain't really had too much problem with this movie. I think Brie Larson did straight. Did okay with the material she was given, and for what it was pretty entertaining, my nigga. Like she was beating the motherfucking scrolls asses. I fucked with it. She punched the shit out that grandma that one time. I'm gonna give it a. I'll give it a straight. Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame. Classic. Avengers Endgame was good, bro. I seen that. But that was actually the only movie I saw in a movie theater twice for a long ass time. I went with my father the first time, and then the second time I went with my cousins and aunt. And the first time I didn't enjoy myself as much because I was like damn near almost front row to the side, all the way to the right side. So my eyes was hurting like shit, and my neck, and I could barely see the movie. But the second time I went outside, I had a perfect view of the shit. But I still enjoyed myself the first time, bro. And that was one of the most emotion. That's the like in a long time I felt the emotions just built up watching that movie, dude. Like I cried watching that movie. That was one of the MCU movies where I actually cried, dude. I cried. I cried. Tears started dropping down my face. I'm like, bro, this shit actually sad. Real shit. When you know what I'm saying, the deaths. This has already been a spoiler alert video with Black Widow and Iron Man, bro. Them tear like them when she said you could rest now, bro. I literally started shedding like a bitch. I wanted to just leave the movie theater right then and there. I cried twice actually, the first and second time. I knew what was coming. I still cried. I knew, but bro, I actually kind of got what I wanted in Infinity War in this movie with that final battle where everybody teaming up and shit like that. Going up against Thanos. I gotta eat a more better evil Thanos, cutthroat. He's like, bruh, listen, I'm not after no half of the universe bullshit. I'm just killing everybody. It is what it is. Y'all brought this on yourselves, trying to fix shit. So here I am, fucking shit up. Thanos he was cutthroat in this movie, dog. Like he was a different Thanos, my nigga. He was that Thanos from 2014. You know the plot with this shit. They went back in time to get the stones because they fucked up in Infinity War. Everybody, half of the universe is dead. So they build Tony Stark and them build a time machine. They go back, get all the this stones, the Infinity Stones in the past where they're located and shit like that. And what happens is Nebula gets caught because the Nebula in the future or the present Nebula and the Nebula in the past like are linked. So Thanos could see like he puts together like, all right, hold up, nah, this is what happened. This Nebula that we seeing right now is from the future. And you know what I'm saying, we're gonna bring her in, shit like that. He pieced together and like it was on some I don't know, Doctor Who, Sherlock Holmes type shit. Okay, so look, this is what happened. I'm saying I fucked up in the I did my plan worked in the future. You know what I'm saying? They came back in time, they trying to rewrite shit. Okay, so look, this is what I'm gonna do. Let's grab this Nebula. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna switch places. Like he had all it was like on some, I don't know, like just some master manipulate. Like I don't know how he just pieced that shit. Thanos is top tier when it comes to with smarts. He rivals Tony Stark, I think. But yeah, man. Just I loved it. The comedy was good. It wasn't overdoing it in Infinity War with the Guardians. Uh, the ending scene. I just can't get over that fucking ending scene. The ending scene was a magnificent. It was literally the build up. Um, a lot of people say they didn't like Captain Marvel. There wasn't much of her in this movie, but there was enough to me. You know, she was there when she needed to be. Uh, so I like that. Um, it don't make a difference to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even. I like the character. I'm not indifferent towards her. I like her. I'm just being straight up with you. She's better than Spider Man. Ooh, I know the fanboys is gonna hate that. She's better than MCU Spider Man. Yes, she is. As of right now, because I'm waiting for the third Spider Man movie to just blow my socks away. Hopefully, but yeah, as of right now, she's better than MCU Spider Man. She's her own woman. Straight like that. How you Spider Man and you Spider Boy? I can't get by that shit. But yeah, man, bring on the hate. This is how I feel for. I like her more than Spider Man. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, the end game was just the deaths had me crying. It was the emotion when Captain America fought himself. When Captain America fought 2012 Captain America, I'm like, first of all, how you getting your ass beat? You're supposed to be more trained than your past self, right? I guess it's because he didn't really want to hurt him, like he said, but still, I don't know. You should still be fucking his ass up. He just got done fighting aliens, man. He should be more tired than you. I don't know, but anyway, that's just my nitpick. But yeah, like Endgame, I love Endgame, dog. Endgame was straight. Uh, I mean, not straight, classic. Tripping. The fuck am I saying? And then last but not least, Spider-Man Far From Home. Now the thing about Spider-Man Far From Home is it's actually better than Homecoming. They stepped up the action by a huge margin. I mean, Spider-Man was doing all types of off the wall shit in this. You know what I'm saying? He over here just somersaulting, dancing around bullets and shit. He just like sidestepping bullets like this dude was off the chain. I'm like, okay, Spider Boy, here you go, Spiderling, Iron Boy Junior, Ironling Junior, Iron Man Ling wannabe Spider. Get the clown in this nigga. Tom Ling, Tom Junior, Iron Boy. Iron Holland. I'm gonna call this nigga Iron Holland. Iron Holland was kicking ass in this shit. You know what I'm saying? He was over here just almost time stopping shit when he was going through the hall with his spider sense. It may piss me off by calling it a Peter Tingle. I'm like, bro, this is my problem with these Spider-Man movies. They're too Disney XD. They're too Disney Channel. You know what I'm saying? They're just too they feel too like heartfelt, like lighthearted, my nigga. Like, where's the stakes at? When is this one of his friends going to get killed off and he's going to feel like extreme guilt? Can somebody just stab Ned through the gut? Can someone just take Ned and just kill him hostage painfully? And then Spider-Man is just crying. He's bawling his eyes out. This was all my fault. If only I had been faster. If only I've been stronger. If only I listened. If only I just. And then he just turns into a man and he evolves, and we get to see the Spider-Man that we all know and love. Can there be please be stakes? No one has even captured his girlfriend yet. There's not been a scene where somebody has held his girl hostage or his family members. The Aunt May is a slut. She's with Happy. Shouldn't she be getting over a dead husband? Where's Uncle Ben at, bruh? Uncle Ben is literally the reason for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man doesn't shed a tear for this nigga. There's literally a scene in Spider-Man Far From Home where Spider-Man has, I mean, when Peter has a Uncle Ben's briefcase, he takes his briefcase uh for his school field trip, and it gets destroyed, and he doesn't even care. It's literally belonged to his uncles. He doesn't even. It's like Uncle Ben is just like a trope at this point. It's disrespectful to the source material, dude. I understand, like, but at this point, I'm kind of indifferent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really expecting much for Spider-Man 3. I understand this is a whole different interpretation of Spider-Man, so it's like it's different source material. But when somebody comes sideways at me saying, "Why don't you like this character?" Bro, I'm gonna keep it straight. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just treat Spider-Man 3 like how I treat Infinity War, indifference. I'll watch the movie again, but I'll just be like, you know what I'm saying? I will say this though, that nah, Mysterio whack. He was holding. I can't, even when I think I have something, I don't. Mysterio was whack. He was part of Tony Stark. He was a villain from Tony Stark. He was literally derived from Tony. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get revenge on him, but then Iron Man died. So he's taking all his shit out on Spider Man. It's like, bro, I just can't get behind this version of Spider Man, dude. There's no stakes to these movies at all. At least Andrew Garfield, it felt like shit. Shit's about to get real, my nigga. When when villains came on screen, he's like, okay, shit's about to get real. You know what I'm saying? He was funny. He had quips. This Spider Man doesn't quip at all. He's just, going up. My friends are in there. Help me. Oh man, that sucks. Not cool. Like, come on, dude. Gen Z is for y'all niggas is fucking up. I can't get behind this shit at all. Spider-Man Far From Home ain't the movie for me, dude. Besides the action, that's the only part of this movie. The whole beginning half of the movie is literally a rom. It's literally boring. It's boring. It's like Zoe 101, my nigga. It's Drake and I can't even compare it to that. It's disrespectful to Drake and Josh. It's like one of them random Disney XDs that no one ever watches. One of them shows. Kicking it. Kicking it Homecoming. That shit was trash, dude. Spider-Man Homecoming to me. It's above Spider-Man Home. Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home shit. It's above Homecoming. Actually, you know what? It's better than the Dark World. I can't even. I can't. I can't even front. It's better than the Dark World. It's better than all these three on the bottom of this. Uh, Maybe Thor Ragnarok is better than that actually, but whatever. But yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home shit. Only thing good about it is the action, and that's like towards the later half of the film. He takes his mask off all the time. He gets bitched by Nick Fury. Nick Fury is telling him, what to do throughout the whole movie. He doesn't even want to be a hero for like the whole movie. He just wants to be on fucking vacation. Like, come on, dude. You a fucking superhero? Type of Spider-Man is this? Fucking cuck, loser. And then he didn't even want to be there. Like, he does not want to be there at all. Um, yeah, man. That's just my gripes with him. Spider-Man, MCU Spider-Man shit. I might, I gotta do some more videos on that nigga. I might wait towards the third movie though. But yeah, man, that's it for this tier list, dog. Let me know what y'all think about where these places, man. If y'all got problems, come for me, dude. See me, come see me, talk to me, dude. Inbox me. We can hash this shit out like men. We don't gotta be little boys in the comment section. We could do a video. We gonna hash this shit out like men. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it a buck. But yeah, man. I'm gonna be doing more videos like this. Probably gonna do a characters tier list next for the MCU. Make sure y'all stay in tune for that. I really enjoyed doing this shit right here. Actually took longer than I thought it would be, but that's good. I like that shit. But anyway, man, active out, man. Go hard or go home. Let me know what y'all think of this shit, and I'm out. Peace.